Welcome back, everyone. This is obviously Caregiver Monday, in which we throw out topics there in regards to wheelchair use and for the wheelchair user as well. This one is a follow-up, actually. I did it on Wheelchair Tech Friday, and it was about making your wheelchair more visible. And no, actually, this is a follow-up that I did for, it was about, let me think for a second. This one was about the protocols and rules and regulations for the disability tag. So this is really important, the disability parking tag. So that's what I'm talking about. Duh. So this is really important. I put out the protocols for the owner of the disability parking tag. Now I'm going to talk to the people who might be, using the disability parking tag with and along with the person who uses a wheelchair. So these questions have come up before and people have asked me. So I think it's important to put out the protocols for when you are helping someone who is the owner of the disability parking tag, which is important. So if you belong to an organization, let's say you belong to a assisted living organization, or you belong to a nursing home or to a hospital, and you have, here in the state of Wisconsin, it is green. The disability parking tag is green, which means organization that's helping a variety of people who have disabilities, and so they can park in the disability parking area and be closer to the door so they can let out their members closer to the entrance of whatever institution they're going to. However, it's really important for the person who uses the green tag to know that they can only use it when they are working with their members, going from to and from. So they may not use it for, like, instance, in between they're going to go to the post office for some reason and drop off a package. They cannot park in the disability parking area because they don't have a member there. And the purpose is not for the member, so they cannot use the tag for that. So because they don't have a disability, and the people who they serve are not in the van or not in the car. So it's really important for them to know that would be a breaking the rules and regulations of the disability parking tag. So really important. If it's green or another color, it's not blue, you cannot use it when you're not serving your clients or your members. If you are helping someone, let's say you're a caregiver in this instance, and you are helping that person with a disability or using a wheelchair, you may not use it for your own errands when you don't have the person in the car or you're not picking them up. So in between, for your own things, you cannot use the disability parking tag. This might annoy you, but it is the truth. So I ask you now to use the blue tag, which is the permanent one for the person with disabilities, to not use it for your own use because you do not have a disability. You could get caught at some point, and then what would happen is that you would get a ticket, and the person who is the owner of the tag would get a ticket, and that tag would be confiscated. So, and if it's been confiscated a couple of times before, it could be not returned. The owner would have to go and pick it up and explain what happened. So you don't want to cause all that mayhem. You want to avoid that. So use it only when you are serving and helping that person in the wheelchair. So real important to remember. I know it's like, oh, darn, I can't do that. Okay. So bad news. You can't borrow it either. For people who have asked to borrow it, no, you can't borrow it. And the question is why? The question is, why? Why can I borrow it, Lisa? You can't borrow it because every parking tag has a ID number. That ID number goes back to the owner, whether it's an institution or the person with a disability, it goes back to them. So if you borrow it and for whatever reason you get caught, you are also prone to get a ticket, and that tag will be confiscated, and the owner will have to go to the Department of Motor Vehicles and pick it up and explain what happened. So you don't want to incur in that risk. So if you are a person with disability and you have been thinking about it, but you're not sure, feel free to go to, the internet and search around and see, look at your disabilities and see if you would qualify. And then if you do, download the forms, fill them out. There's a section that a doctor would have to fill it out. And you have to have this discussion with your doctor. Would it be appropriate for you to use, a disability parking tag? Some doctors might say, I know you limp on this leg, but your heart is not in very good condition. I need you to exercise. And that would be an example. So you'd have to have this back and forth with your doctor to see what would be best. So that's really important for you to think about what your doctor is asking you for and, the reason for you using that parking tag. All right. So again, if you need one, think about it, file for it, and see how it goes. If your relative who owns the disability parking tag passes away, you may no longer use that tag. You have the responsibility to turn it in to the Department of Motor and Vehicles or to destroy it yourself. You may not keep it, and you may not use it, for any reason. Again, it has an ID, and it goes back to the owner. So you may not, especially not sell it, and you may not use it yourself. You may not give it away to somebody else. Because if an error occurs or something else happens, and the police stop you or the police, ask you about the parking tag, there will be issues, and they will, unfortunately, give you a huge ticket, confiscate the disability parking tag, and that'll be the end of the story. So be honorable, be truthful, and turn it in. So again, if your family member who owns a disability parking tag passes away, that tag must be turned in. That is about it. You just have to be honorable. You have to be truthful. You have to follow the rules of the disability parking tag. Respect, the fact that the owner will keep the tag with them. They should. If you are a close family member, you two get along just fine, your husband and wife and whatever, you can leave the parking tag in the car. I would suggest you put it in an envelope so it's not visible. These parking tags are very coveted. So you can put it in an envelope and have it in the doorway or have it in your compartment there in your car. Or just take it and throw it in your backpack and take it with you. Just know where you last put it. What else? That's about it. Just be safe with it. It's highly coveted, of course, and be truthful. Follow the rules and regulations of it. That way, no tickets, no problems, no confiscations, no issues. So that would be great. No problems whatsoever. So truly, follow the rules and regulations. If the person who owns the disability parking tag just says, oh, I'm just going to take it with me, I've been told to keep it in my person, don't feel offended. That is true, that they are being told to keep it with them, and no issues. So any questions, any comments, anything you want to share about this topic, be very important. And I hope that this information is good for you, and that's what it's meant, to be good information, important information for you to know this. You can't use it for you. You are not the person You are not the owner of the disability parking tag. That's the bottom line. All right. So thank you so much for spending your time with me and listening to my rambles about different topics for in regards to wheelchair use. If you would care to, if you find this video and other videos helpful, please feel free to subscribe. Let's see what else. And to like. The likes help spread around my videos around YouTube, and that helps increase the subscribers and pass along this important information to other people who are in need of hearing the information and understanding why they can't use the disability parking tags for their own personal needs if they're not the person with a disability. All right. So thank you again for spending a little time with me, and I hope to see you really in the next one. Take care.